For all my virgins out there, this video is for you. I want you to watch this video when you are contemplating and or thinking and or about to lose your V card, your virginity. So let's get into it. I just want you to know that first off, I'm going to do this videos in like a few different segments. First off, I'm going to tell you guys what you should know. I'm going to do key points. I'm going to say my experience, and then I also have a juicy, crazy ass story time for you guys that somebody emailed me. So let's get into it. So first off, what you should know before losing your virginity is that your life is going to change. Your life is going to change. And I know a lot of people say this, and you do have some people that's like, I mean, I didn't feel any different at all. Your life is going to change. Now, when I say change, I don't mean like literally in the sense of like you go from living where you live in and now you're in a mansion type of change. I mean, like the way you view situations change, the way you view relationships change, and then the way you experience relationships and sex from this point out changes. You get me? So it's very different. Like hormones change, everything in your body change, and depending on how that encounter is of you actually doing the do, it also changes your view and expectations for sex. Like for example, for me, I lost my virginity as a senior. I was 18, and I had very high expectations on how sex would feel and be. And my actual experience was like a completely 360, like a huge difference. I was actually in pain. I thought sex wasn't for me, and I was not fucking with it. I actually didn't want to have sex no more for a good little minute, like dead ass. But there are people who have a great time and then they feel amazing and then they want to do it and they're addicted to sex. So just be aware that you are going to change. Like your life is going to change after losing your virginity. Second, it's very, 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 very important that you are sure in what you're doing. Now, with any and everything, you're never going to be 100% sure, but if you are at least 90% sure that this is something that you want to do and that you're willing to do it, go for it. Yes, your life is going to change. Yes, this is something you haven't done before. Yes, this is scary, but we all have been here once or twice in our life, and I promise you years from now it's not going to be that big of a deal. But say you are 50% ready, don't have sex. Say you're anything under 90% ready, don't have sex, because what you don't want to do is regret. You never want to regret something that is going to change your life. You never want to regret something that is going to make you view life differently. You don't want to regret this action, right? So be sure that this is something that you want to do, and be sure that you are comfortable where you at when you do it. And also be sure that this is somebody that you want to do this with. I do not suggest you losing your virginity to a stranger. I do not suggest you losing your virginity to a fucking stripper. I do not suggest you losing your virginity to somebody that you just met that day. I do not suggest that at all. Later down the line, I mean, free will, this is your life. If you want to have a few one night stands, that's on you. But on this one, I do not suggest this. Why? Again, this is life changing. Now, this is not like huge, like a fucking birthday celebration, but this is life changing. What you don't want to do is allow this stranger energy, the stranger spirit and demons and battles into you. You don't want that. I don't know where you are mentally in life. Maybe you're feeling shitty. Maybe you're in a happy mood, whatever the fuck. Whatever you're going through, you never want anybody else's demons. And whether you understand this or know this or not, sex is a very intimate thing, and you guys do indeed share spirits in that moment. And if that person is going through a lot of traumatic shit, a lot of like negative shit, you will feel that after sex. This could even happen when it's your partner and you love this person. If they're having a very challenging time in life, you're going to feel that shit, and it's going to reflect. The next day, you're going to wake up grumpy. You're going to feel shitty, and you're not going to know why. It's the energy that you transferred, because it's a very intimate act. People downplay it, and that's why they fight demons at the same time. They always feel like it's always something, but it's some spirits in your body, in your head, in your energy. You do not want to share this just with any and everybody, right? Next, understand that your body is a temple. You only have one ping ping, and you only have one punani. Okay? You only got one snake. You only got one peach for the rest of your life. Wrap it up. You do not want to be pregnant your first night trying something. You do not want to have an STD your first night trying something. You do not want to get AIDS your first night trying something. You do not want to experience gonorrhea your first night trying something. I heard a story of a lady literally getting pregnant the first day that she lost her virginity on her prom night. We don't want that. We just want to experience it. We see it all over TV. We see it all over our phones. We want to know what it feels like. I get it. I understand. We don't want no problems. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. I don't care if this is your boyfriend. Wrap it up. Safe sex is great sex. I promise you, you will enjoy condom sex as much as you will enjoy raw sex. You do not want to do this first time raw. You don't. I don't advertise that for anybody. Okay. Next, if you are a lady and you're watching this video, building up to the act is very important, as it is almost practically every interaction. A lot of people don't really put a spotlight on this, but get your allow your cookie to be nibbled first, okay? Allow your cookie to be dipped in milk first. You want them to eat your beautiful cookie first to get you warming up. Your cookie is going to be very tight. You know what I'm saying? This is the first encounter. Allow the cookie to be eaten. I'm going to be honest. As a woman, you're going to have a lot more disappointing experiences than a lot more beautiful experiences. So this may not even help, because if they don't know what they're doing, it's not going to help. But if they do know what they're doing, this is going to feel amazing. If you want to make sure it does feel amazing, make sure you watch videos, make sure you keep open communication. And I would advise you to play with your own cookie a few times first and find out what you like, and you're able to communicate that. Men enjoy the same thing with their worm. Just always have open communication about it. I think it's very fair for both of you guys to interact in that action first as a warm-up and then jump into it. Next, I am not advertising or a fan of anybody that is young doing this act. If you're 13 years old, you have no business watching this video. Honestly, I don't think anybody under 16 has any business watching this video nor thinking about losing their virginity, because again, this is serious. You don't want to lay in a bed. You don't want to be pregnant at 13. You don't be a fucking kid. So if you are under the age 16, please leave this video. 16 and above only. As far as age, I would say wait. Honestly, I would say wait. I would say wait until you feel like you're at that 90% mark. At 18, I felt like I was at that 90% mark. You know what I'm saying? At 17, 16, I felt like maybe like 65% sure, ready, confident, positive in that sense. 18, for me personally, I was 90% ready. You could be 90% at 17. You could be 90% at 16. Whatever your situation is, don't do it under 16, please. It's not cute. It's not funny. It's nothing extravagant about that. You have your whole life to live before diving into that. You know, those are my key points. Take notes, be aware, protect yourself, trust that person enough to know that you are exchanging spirits. And we finna get into the story time real quick. Let's go. So I have not read this before, you guys, but we just finna go straight into it. Hi, I was 100% sure I was going to die a virgin. Not because I didn't want to. I definitely did. But every time I got close, something weird happened. Alarms would go off. A pipe would bust. One time, a seagull flew into the window during foreplay. Beat first. Bitch, that is crazy. So by the time I finally got to the moment, the night, I was really, truly ready. But I was terrified, which is so normal, y'all. I was like literally fucking shaking. And I also advise to do this in a bed. If you guys cannot get into a bed, you don't need to be having sex. I did in the back of a car. Instant regret. I didn't have the best experience, honestly. So I really advise a bed. But I was very nervous. I was very scared. But let's get back to the video. Very normal feelings. It's new. I was terrified, not nervous, cute, scared. I mean, full blown. I Googled, can you go into cardiac arrest from penetration? Scared. That is insane, girl. His name was Milo. He was sweet, smelled like sandalwood and sin. The fucky, and had this sexy, crooked smile that made me feel like I was about to commit a crime with my body. Bitch, you too weak in the knees. He was also very experienced. Like, pulls a condom out of nowhere like it's a Magnum trip experience. Boom. You see how she's saying her first experience, they had a condom? There's nothing wrong with condoms. Condoms, do not allow anybody to peer pressure you into going raw when you're not ready and when you don't want that experience. Again, do not go raw your first time. Do not go raw. Especially if that man is also a virgin, he'll fuck around and shoot up the club. And we don't want to do that. We're not trying to pop Plan Bs like they perks. For one, we don't need perks nor play with Plan Bs, because Plan Bs are not something that needs to be taken daily or weekly or even monthly. It's honestly a once a year thing, twice a year thing, and anymore it could honestly fuck up your reproductive system. And that's something I had to learn growing up, because I did not know that. And I'm not gonna lie, I bought like 5 in my life. I'm not gonna lie, I did not know that growing up. So that's a good one right there. Okay. Meanwhile, I was sitting there in my matching bra and crippling anxiety. Are you okay? He asked gently. When I froze like a squirrel in headlights, I nodded too fast. Yep. Just absorbing the trauma preemptively. He blinked. Should I stop? No. Yes. Give me a second. I ran to the bathroom, stared myself in the mirror like I was about to enter the Hunger Games. You're not dying. You're just about to get laid. Same thing, really. I tried to hype myself up. I did a little power pose. Okay, Miss Girl. I hate that you didn't add your name, so I'm gonna call you Emily. No shade. Okay, Emily, period. Okay. I tried to hype myself up. I did a power pose. I slapped my own ass for luck. Hey now. I even whispered, you are the main character. Get into it, bitch. Like it was a damn Disney Channel monologue. When I came back out, Milo was sitting patiently on the bed, fully respectful and completely naked. Bitch, what's respectful about that? No, I'm just kidding. Which was both intimidating and kind of beautiful, like a polite partner. We kissed. It was hot. Things heated up. Now, kissing, touching, getting a little mouthy, that's foreplay. You want to do foreplay, especially on this day. Me personally, I prefer foreplay every single night. I don't give a fuck what my man talk about. He know the vibes. We're gonna get into it every night. Clock that tea. Bitch, catch it. Things heated up, then the fire alarm went off. I swear to God, I thought it was a sign from the universe. The universe will give you signs. Maybe we shouldn't. I mumbled into his neck. It's just the candles, he said calmly, waving a pillow under the smoke detector like this happened all the time. Right. Unless your coochie is haunted, I think we're fine. He got jokes. I nearly passed out laughing, and that's when it hit me. Maybe it wasn't some huge, terrifying, life-defining thing. Maybe it was just me and him and some questionable candles. It's possible. So I finally let go of the fear, and you know what? It didn't hurt. It wasn't awkward. It wasn't even that weird. Aside from the alarm, the headboard falling off, and me accidentally yelling, "Oh my God," loud enough for the neighbor to text me, "You good?" It was actually kind of magical. Messy, clumsy, perfect. I didn't die. I didn't combust. And most importantly, I finally stopped being scared. Not just of sex, but of being vulnerable, messy, and human. And yeah, the next morning, the fire department showed up. But I just told them, it's cool, boys. I just lost my virginity. Carry on. You see what I'm saying? Her story was actually pretty lit. My story was honestly not the worst experience. People have had far worse experience, but mine was not magical, and mine did indeed hurt, and mine felt a bit awkward. But everybody's experience is different. It's just very important that you practice. Oh, it's 222. I'm finna screenshot that. It's very important you practice safe sex, and it's very important that you treat your body like the temple that it is, because it is. Wrap it up. Be safe. Be protective over you and yours. And I love y'all. Goodbye.